Hey gents, today we are going to talk about winter boots. Specifically, the questions that I seem to get are around, you can get a Sorel or an LL Bean, you can get like a really nice winter boot, but what are winter boots that are good for the office, but also will stand up to like slush, snow, and rain, something that's a little bit weatherproof, and so that's what I want to talk about today. I love my Red Wing mock toes. I'll talk about these Thursday Chelseas. I also have a pair of these AnnieSolo boots on here. Let's talk about what to look for if you're looking for a great winter boot that is also good for the office. There are a ton of options. I will also point you to a video I did last year where I did a winter boot check with some of my favorite YouTube friends, and they talked about their boot selections. There's some great options in there, and today I pulled together ones that are specifically great for winter and the office, and I think will look great with like a business casual and some business professional environments, but are really made to go in the snow and work through there. The key things you're going to want to look for a boot that is good for winter is something that is an oil-based leather or specifically labeled as weatherproof. Not all leathers are created equal. You're trying to avoid the damage that's going to be sustained by the leather by having it get wet. And you can also want to look for something with a rubber sole, a Vibram or a day-night sole. Leather soles are not going to be great, obviously, for winter. And a Goodyear welt is typically regarded as being more weatherproof than something like a Blake Stitch. Definitely want to avoid cemented shoes. And I was given the tip by Carl Morawski. I'll link to a couple of his videos below. He puts Snow Seal on his boots on the welts to help waterproof those. That's a great idea. You can also look for weatherproof suedes, and there's also weatherproofing sprays for those suedes, but we'll talk about that when I get to my Thursdays. I'll put links below to everything I talk about in this video. None of this is sponsored. This is all just me pulling together great data to give it to you. So thank you for watching, and let's get into it. I think first place to look, and this is what I've been recommending to most guys so far, is the Edmonds Storm Welt collection. They have a whole collection where the entire premise of the construction of the shoe is that it uses a weatherproof leather, so you're going to be good on snow and rain, but the whole shoe has a waterproof membrane around it. So they have like the Higgins Mill boot, which is one of the great Edmonds boots, but it has a weatherproof membrane so that if you end up stepping in a puddle or if you get too much water as you are walking, it has a waterproof membrane. It's going to keep you safe. The leather is made for that. It is Goodyear welted, so it is recraftable. It's all made in the USA. It is about $400. You're looking up in that higher price tier, but boots are something kind of like outerwear. It's like you get what you pay for. You want to keep your feet dry. You want to keep your feet looking good. And I think Edmonds is a great place to look at. They're specifically made to get wet, water, all that sort of stuff. And so the Storm Welt collection, I'll link to that one below directly, because they do have shoes too. They don't just have boots. They have shoes as well if you're not into the boot thing. But if you're looking for a great like winter shoe, boot, Edmonds, the Higgins Mill is a good place to start. Next, we'll talk about a boot that I've reviewed on the channel a couple of times that I've been really impressed with. This is the Thursday Boot Duke Chelsea boot, and it is made of a weatherproof suede, and this, I've said in the past, has become one of my de facto winter boots because I'm so impressed with how good the suede just resists water, stays dry, stays looking good. I mean, this is what I brushed it maybe once in the past 2 years, and I wear it all the time. I do find at $199, they're a great value to start with. If you submerge this boot, your foot will get wet. Luckily, it hasn't been too bad so far. I do want to get these I don't need them resoled, recrafted. I need to get like the cork filled into these, but I think for $199, really tough to beat these. They also make the Captain boot and a few others that are like winter ready. I think they're made with a Chrome Excel from Horween, and so it's going to be as good as any other leather as you can get there. So I really like the suede. They have leather versions as well over on Thursday. All their boots are under $199 and a great starter place if you want a great looking boot that can also stand up to some weather. Next, we have a newer player. These are the AnnieSolo boots, and these are a shoe made in Mexico, $288, oil-based leather, made to be weatherproof. So far so good. Doing a little bit of testing. They have a rubber Vibram sole on the bottom. They have that like business casual look that's going to look great with jeans. It'll look great with chinos, and they're going to be rugged enough to stand up to commuting, walking through snow, sleet, hail, winter weather, all that sort of stuff. But I also think it's a great year-round boot too. It's just a good looking boot overall. This is my first brush with AnnieSolo. I also have their sneakers, but I'm so far really impressed with the stuff that they're doing. Definitely worth taking a look at. Next, how could you talk about boots without some Red Wings? These are my mock toes. These are a few years old. One of my favorite things to break out as the weather changes. These are definitely more the rugged look. I would always wear these with a pair of jeans, but they can be in most office environments today. I think you can definitely pull these off. I just love, you know, the made in the USA nature of these. If you want something a little more refined, you go with the Iron Ranger. It is a little bit more refined than the mock toe, but another great option where you're just getting a really nice leather. Those are in the $300 range. You can usually find those as seconds. I see the Mensch over on Instagram. He's constantly finding those at Nordstrom rack sales and that sort of thing. So you can definitely find deals on those, but Iron Ranger is a great way to go. And if you want the most refined Red Wing, as recommended by Carl Morawski, there's also the Beckman. So you're getting the DNA, the heritage bootmaking aspect of Red Wings, but you're getting it in a little more refined nature. And so I'll link to those Red Wings below. And speaking of Carl Morawski, he did an excellent video on Iron Ranger alternatives. And so if you want a boot that has some of the aspects of the Red Wing Iron Ranger, you can definitely check out his video to get under $300 on those. They're not all going to be great winter boots necessarily. You want to look for those oil-based leathers. You want to have something that's a little more weatherproof, non-leather sole, but that's a great video if you want a great boot, but you're not ready to really jump into the Red Wings yet. Carl also recommended the Wolverine 1000 miler boot, which is really rugged and is also going to be able to thread that line between having the aspects of being weatherproof and durable, but also can wear in a business casual environment or, you know, very casual environments overall. And then he also recommended the Viberg service boot. Now this is getting up even above Allen Edmonds in the price tier at $670. I was looking at this on the site. It's a absolutely beautiful boot. This is another one where it'd be really cool to have the snow seal on the welt, but something, you know, if you're looking to step into that quality. He also recommended Nick's Handmade, which I see on his channel all the time, and every time I see him, I'm like, I should get one of those boots. They look pretty good. But Carl is an amazing resource for some of the best boots out there. He works in construction and labor, and so he's out there field testing these in the best way. So if you want great boot videos, go check out Carl. You can also check out Stridewise, excellent boot videos. And then I also asked the Mensch for his recommendations, and he said, you know, the normal ones you'd expect, like the Iron Ranger and some of the Allen Edmonds stuff. But he also said Blundstones. Blundstones, I almost missed that one. That would be an oversight. That's a great option for something that's going to be stylish, but also have a lot of durability to it and a very cool brand. And then also RM Williams. So I did that RM Williams video a couple of weeks ago on their new Chelsea boots, and RM Williams, those ones are kangaroo. I think those will absolutely do really well in some winter weather. But if you're looking to go into the more refined, like RM Williams is kind of positioned as a luxury brand, and you're going to pay those prices for them, but a boot that is made to last a lifetime. So there you have it, gents. Those are the boots I wanted to pull together and talk about today. Let me know what I missed. Let me know some of your favorite winter boots that are also, you know, office appropriate and that sort of thing. That's what we're all here for, to learn from each other. So I'll see you down in the comments. You can also reach out at _Kavalier on Twitter and Instagram. Love to hear from you guys over there. Stay warm, stay dry. Until next time, gents, this is the Kavalier.